So this week I got a little bit of raking done out here. Not very much. These are piles from the last owner. That's too heavy to move. It's a fresh fallen tree. I met a neighbor who's a self-proclaimed junk collector, so I am really hoping he'd like to collect those old TV satellite things that are in the back of the yard, because I'd love to see those go. There is some electric wiring going with them. At least that's of some value. See this old wire up here? Now, if I'm right, it would be full of copper, and that would be great. One summer, my mom and I collected copper off of her property, scraps, much like what you're looking at here. And we ended up with about $130 at the scrap yard. I think it cost us $90 because I ended up cutting a copper line in the basement and causing a fuel leak. Yeah, scared the hell out of myself. There was a pilot light lit and I cut the fuel line to a kerosene gas tank. And kerosene was pouring out as fast as it could, and we were within a couple of feet of a propane light, and I had no idea. I was scared. Nonetheless, we made 40 bucks. All right, I'm going to get you off of this horrible view of the junk in my backyard, and you're welcome to my satellite dishes if you want them. Jackson getting to hang out on the trails today. Jackie doesn't get to come out with me too often. Dot leading the way. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon out here on my trails. I love it. The only downside, so far, here's the downside to my little homestead in the woods. It's a lot of work, people. Now I'm not even doing anything crazy like my daughter and I call this camplification. It is very much like when we go camping. Dad's not around and Mom is working the entire time. Each time I've come up here, I've done something else. My birthday weekend, I finished off the trails. There's still a lot more to do. Well, I have been working all weekend long, and I have pressure washed this big old beast from one end to the other, side to side. The one thing I have not yet accomplished is getting the leaves off the top. I didn't have any way to get up there. Then, after all my work was done and I got thinking about it, I probably could have used one of the poles from the pool, but a little bit late now. This is the garage, and I have completely pressure washed this area. I put a box over the window so it looked like there was something, I don't know, felt more comfortable that way. This side was completely lime green yesterday, so I'm very proud of that. Got a bunch of junk. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with all those pallets. I'm sure there's a good use for those. So I'm not going to quite let those go yet. Over the weekend, I finished cleaning up what I had started last week with the dog pen. So far, I raked the entire thing and had about 10 little piles of leaves out there. Oh, goodness, it looked like it was a good couple of years worth of leaves. Then again, trees like that probably doesn't take them very long. So I've taken care of all of the leaves. My next goal will be seeing if I can get this big old tree out of here. Taking a turn around the corner. I also pressure washed this little unit, which is like a little lean-to shed. Pretty large area. And so I washed all of this in hopes of getting the bugs and the gunks and the spiders and the creepies and the crawlies gone. And bringing you back around to the front of the garage, I pressure washed all of this also, once again in hopes of getting the bugs gone.